Good evening and welcome to the TNGTC, also known as the Thursday Night GT Championship, and we're at round 4 at Dubai. We just started qualifying for the feature race, which will be a 25-lap race. As you can see, the track temperature is 34 degrees. There's not a lot of wind, and the track conditions, the weather is light cloud, and this will stay for the remainder of the race. Let's see how everyone is doing. Let's see, everybody is on track almost. Well, let's start with Indrek. Number 6, McLaren. We are racing at the Dubai Autodrome, the international layout. There are a couple of different layouts available in the game. There's the national circuit, which is the shortest of the three, which is 3.5 kilometers. There is the GP circuit, which is the longest of them all, which is 5.3 kilometers, but we will be racing at on the international layout, which is 4.3 kilometers. Here we are with Killer Ramsey, and he just started his fast lap. So let's see how he is doing. He's driving the 63 Ferrari. Currently there are only Ferraris and McLarens on track, except for let's see, Jamie he is still in the Audi. He's actually the only driver in the TNGTC who is driving a car other than the Ferrari or the McLaren. And we have a disconnect already. Seeks just disconnected. So that would mean that we only have 12 drivers. Well, let's see if he can get reconnected to the qualifying session. And if not, we'll probably invite him for commentary if he's up for it. And looks like Seeks is back. Alright. Okay, back to qualifying. Here we are with Oz in the 50 Ferrari. And he is probably on his warm-up lap, going through the final corner. And here we go. through the first corner. So far he's set a fast time of 1:33.9. This is a long straight. If you get a good exit, you can go very fast here, but you need to hit the brakes on time for this very tight hairpin. So far he's doing a very good job. He set a green sector at 24.6 in the first sector. He set the fastest sector in the second sector with a 39.0, and through the final corner, see if he can improve his time, which he does by 9 thousandths of a second. So he still is in the lead. Let's see, and Gas just beat his time by 0.2 of a second and is now in pole position in a 1:33.8. Here we are with Adam Morris in the 37 McLaren, going through the tight hairpin. And just spun. That's too bad. He was doing well, decent time in the first sector. Let's switch to Mr. Milden. Ben Milden in the Ferrari just did his warm-up lap. Now let's see what time he will set in the first sector. At 24.7. That's not his personal best, and he's back in the pits. What else do we have? We have Matt, Skanky Puppy, currently in 7th place with a 1:35.0. Also just did his outlap and is probably now on his way for a better fast lap. First sector so far at 24.6. Not his personal best. And Ben Milden has a fan. VXR Nathan says, "Go Milden." So let's see. Matt is going through the last corner of the second sector. And how does he do now? This is his personal best second sector in 39.6. He's coming up to some traffic. Don't know what happened there. That's one of the Snakes Unite boys. He'll move out of the way, and he's going through the final turn. And that's an improvement. Of course, VXR Nathan is Ben Milden's teammate, Scooby, who is not racing tonight apparently. So Matt has gone up to 6th position. What else do we have here? This is Liam, one of the boys of the Spam Freighter Racing team. He is teamed up with Gaz and has been for the last couple of seasons of the TNGTC. Scooby just let us know in the live chat that his wheel's broken. I hope you get it fixed very soon, man. That's really a shame. So how is Liam doing? If we look at the times, he did a 24.8 in the first sector, second sector at 39.6, which was his personal best. And we'll see what we'll give that. And he didn't beat his time. Back to the pits. Here we have Knight 4001, also known as Jeremy. Currently in 10th position. His fastest lap was a 1:36.1. Is he currently on a hot lap? His first sector was a 25.1, so that could be, although it wasn't his personal best. Second sector was his personal best with a 40.3. And no improvement of his best times so far. What else do we have? This is Benji, boy racer, in one of the orange McLarens, the Snakes Unite Racing team. Currently in third position with only 2/10 behind Gaz, so it's pretty close, as you can see. In the first 6 cars are within a second. Actually, if you count Liam 2 in 7th position, 7 drivers within 1 second. So it's all pretty close. And we'll see what this race will bring. It's a pretty hot track, as you can see, where it's dark outside already. The race is taking place at 6 o'clock in the evening. This is because during daytime this track is too hot. Would be nice though to see a couple of pit stops, so maybe for next year or next season we could try a race during daytime. Let's see how the tires hold out at this track. Gaz is still in first, and Oz is right on his tail. He's only 7/100 of a second away from Gaz's fastest time. And let's see how Adam is doing, the other driver in the Snakes Unite Racing team. He has set 2 personal best sectors, a 24.4 and a 39.3. So maybe he can beat his own time and get a spot, get higher up, maybe third, maybe even better, and we'll see in a couple of seconds. Here he is, and yes, it's a third place on the grid for Adam. And here we are with Matt, who has done two personal best sectors as well, a 24.4 and a 39.6. So that's pretty close to the times Adam did. We'll be able to get in the top 5. This is a tricky corner. It's always longer than you think. And will he improve his time? No, wasn't good enough for a new best lap. Who's out there right now? Seems like my timing app is a bit off. Here we are with Jonathan, also known as Seeks, also in a Ferrari. Let's join in on board, going through the final turns. Almost improved his own time. Currently in 12th position. And we have less than 2 minutes on the clock. So if they want to set some times, they have to be out now. Who's out there setting a fast time? Here we are with Gaz, still in the lead. And he has gone back to the pits. And back with Indrak. Well, we just got a very sophisticated comment on our live chat by Jack Pestridge. Not gonna say it out loud. If you want to see it, just go to YouTube, go to our channel and watch the live chat. Benji is still on track, and Oz is going for one more lap to see if he can get that pole position. Here we are, sharp right-hander. And from here, it's full throttle all the way to the long left-hander. This one. So far, his first sector was his personal best. And no. So currently Gaz is in first, Oz in second, and pretty much everyone is back in the pits. So we have our top 5. Gaz in first, Oz in second, third place for Adam. Fourth on the grid is Benji, fifth Matt, sixth Ben, Liam in 7th, Indrek 8th, Jeremy 9th, Seeks 10th, Jamie 11th. And we just had a disconnect because we had 12 drivers. So who am I missing? Uh, 18 seconds to go. Killer Ramsey. He probably disconnected. That's a shame. Thanks for the info, Scooby, on the live chat. Alright, so now we'll just have to wait until the race starts. Right now we will go into a 2-minute time frame where all drivers can check their settings, their pit strategies, which is very important to set it right. Because if you don't, you'll have to do it during the race. So the Dubai track has been pretty. It's been in the TNGTC for a couple of seasons now. We've also done the GP track, and I think this is the second time in a row that we're doing the international layout. So there are some guys in the league who prefer the GP layout and others this shorter international layout. Personally, I always like the GP layout because of the first sector, which has a nice flow to it. And round 8 of the Thursday night GT Championship will start in 30 seconds with Gaz in pole position, currently leading the championship. So here we go. And it's a green light. Everybody seems to be going away pretty okay. And let's see how the first corner will go. And there's contact between Oz and Gaz. Gaz has been pushed wide a bit, and Adam and Gaz also have contact. Adam leaves room for Gaz. Oz is in the lead after a bit of a tricky first corner. Let's get the map there. Seeks let us know in the live chat that we should let him know if he is lagging, so we will do. During qualifying, it looked like he was lagging a bit. Okay, let's see a bit further down the grid. And we see some action in the back. Here we are with a couple of Ferraris, and there's contact between Six and Indrek. Six has been pushed wide a bit, and also Matt in the yellow Ferrari has taken advantage of that. They're alongside. He's on the inside, and you can see Six lagging a bit. And let's see. Back to Matt. Let's get on board because he. And he's going on the inside on Indrek. But Indrek helped his position. You can see that Matt had a better exit coming out of this corner. Trying on the inside again. This is a very slow corner. He's very close to Indrek. Can he make the move on the inside? Not yet, but he's close, so maybe he can get... He's already almost alongside. Can he get enough lift or drag? No, he can't. McLaren is just a bit too fast. Going back to Benji in fourth. Was very close to his teammate Adam. Both are driving for the Snakes Unite team. And as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3 McLarens in a row. Leave right behind Benji. And if we go back to the race leader, Oz, who has a 2-second lead over Gaz right now after 3 laps. But not all is lost, because there are still 22 laps to go, and we have seen some surprises in the past couple of races during pit stops. And is Benji going to make a move on his teammate? He's looking. Not close enough to get the inside of the corner, but he's really close behind Adam. Next straight, but he is too far off to make a move before the hairpin. Let's go to Ben Millen in the Ferrari, who is chasing Jamie. Jamie is definitely the underdog here in the Audi. The McLarens and the Ferraris are just super fast. The balance of performance in this game is a bit off, but there will be an update very soon, which will get the balance of performance of the GT3 cars more equal. So maybe we'll see a switch to different cars further up the season, although a couple of drivers already made their switch for the season. And you can switch only once. And in this very long season, because we're now in round 8, a total of 41. And here you can see Ben overtook Jamie, but he's not giving up. And he just spun out. That's a shame. And with that, Indrek is getting close to Jamie, so will he get the opportunity? So far, not yet. Let's go back to battle for 4th position, where Benji is still right on the tail of Adam. Just made a mistake, trying to play ninja, turning his lights off. And he stays within half a second, or just over half a second, of Adam. And these 2 straights can help you out a lot, but it's just not good enough for an overtake or an attempt to overtake. So we can see Indrek is now pretty close to Jamie, but still too far to be a real threat to him. Meanwhile, Oz is just extending his lead almost 4 seconds now. Here we are on board. Here we also can see how much fuel he has on board, which is 45 liters. And that will last him the entire race. Almost all drivers just fill it up completely before the race, because refueling is just, it takes more time than starting with the full fuel tank. And there's still a gap, but the gap is widening. So it's now 7/10 between the 2 Snakes Unite drivers. How's it going at the back of the field? Here we are with Jonathan in the 72 Ferrari, currently in 10th position. He's kind of in no man's land here. And here at the back we can see Matt. And there must have happened something, because Matt is quite fast. So it's unusual for him to be right at the back, and he just spun out. Here we are, the battle for 7th position. Indrek in the blue McLaren, just behind Jamie in the Audi R8. He's trying to get the inside, but he's just too far away. But he's still right on his rear bumper. Funny fact that actually all cars driving in the TNGTC right now have the engine in the back, so there are no front engine cars, although there are a lot of GT3 cars like the AMG, the Nissan, the Corvette. And meanwhile, these two are still battling for 7th, and Ben Milden is getting close to Liam, who is currently in 5th place. Ben even set his personal fastest lap. So how are the Ferraris doing compared to the McLarens? If we check the standings right now, it's Ferrari in 1st place. Then we have a McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren, Audi, Ferrari. So it's not like the Ferrari or the McLaren is overpowered. They're all really close. And they're side by side. Jamie's got the inside. He can stay just in front of Indrek, but he's trying to make a move, and he's going for that 7th position. Through the final corner, this is very important. If Indrek gets a good exit here, he might be able to overtake Jamie before the first corner. He's getting close, He's taking a look, but not close enough to get on the inside. Tight hairpin. And Jamie just spun out. So he lost his position to Indrek, who now is in 7th place. And here we see Milden Man right behind Liam. On the straight, he's close but probably too far to try to make a move. He's looking, but he's too far away. And here we have Seeks entering the pits. Already exiting. No, entering the pits. That's a pretty early stop. Although we're almost halfway through the first race, the feature race, lap 11. Back to Milton and Liam for 5th position. Can he get any closer through the final turn? You need a good exit, and then you should be right behind him. Close, and there's Seeks just coming out of the pits. Yeah, he just went on the inside, but now Liam has the inside in the 58 McLaren. And he was able to keep his 5th position, defending from Ben Milton. But Ben isn't ready yet. He's still right on his tail. And just, oh, that's, he made a mistake coming into the tight hairpin. That's gonna take him a couple more laps if he wants to keep up with Liam. Or is he going for an undercut? And here we see the race leader entering the pits. And Gaz is going for another lap. Also, Adam in the pits, Benji in the pits. Liam also came in. Excuse me. And here we have Ben followed by Seeks, but Seeks is a lap behind. So Gaz and Ben are going for another lap. And Oz is out. Now what will Gaz do? He has to really push. But so far, his tires are looking good. Will he stay out for another lap, or will he come in? We'll see. Right now he is going in. So we're switching back to Oz. Let's see where that ends. He only had a second and a half on Gas, so it will be very tight. Just coming on to sector 3, the long left-hander. And here we are on board with Oz. Gaz is still in the pits. Gaz is still in the pits. He is not going to make it. Or is he? He just came out. Nope, it wasn't good enough. There he is. We're now on board with Gaz, and he's Also again right behind Oz, but there's probably still 1.5 or 2 seconds between those two drivers. So Milton is in first position right now, leading the race, but he still has to pit. So when he has done that, and he's staying out for another lap, so his tires must feel good. And as we can see, Indrek is entering the pits. Yes. So Milton is staying out. And here we see that there will be some battles between the Snakes Unite Racing boys. Although they switch places. Adam is now in 5th, and Benji did an undercut and is now in 4th position. Here we are back with the race leader for now. Once he has pitted, he will probably fall back to 5th or 6th position. And what will he do? He is staying out for another lap. He's trying to stretch it as long as possible, probably. So he will have fresh tires for the last couple of laps. Lower fuel, so maybe he can set a faster time and win some time over the others and gain a position, or maybe 2. But he's probably going for 5th position. He has a lead of 30 seconds on... Oh, and he just made a mistake. Yeah, he has about 30 seconds on the race on Liam. So will that be enough? Well, after this mistake, probably not. So will he come in this lap? We're on lap 16 of 25, and he's still staying out. Meanwhile, the Snakes Unite boys are still very close together. Just not close enough to try to take the inside on turn 1. Benji is still in his ninja mode, switch his lights off. You can see some drivers go wide at certain points, and they're allowed to do so. Well, actually, they're not really allowed, but penalties are off in this league. That's because the penalty system doesn't work really well. And Ben is in the pits. And he's out. Only stay in front of Liam. He's coming just right through the final corner. Yes, that will probably be enough, but it will be tight. It will be tight. And it's not enough. But he has really fresh tires now, with only 7 laps to go, and Liam's tires are already 6-7 laps old. Will that be enough for Ben Millen to claim 5th position? So far he's about 2 seconds behind. And Adam just spins while we switch back to his view. Too bad, because he was really close to Benji. Here's Gaz in 2nd place, already almost 4 seconds behind Oz. So he has widened the gap about 2-3 seconds more than they were apart when he came out of the pits. And here we are back at the view of Ben Milne in his Ferrari, chasing down Liam. But there's a gap of 2.5 seconds. So the question is, will he be able to close that gap in the last couple of rounds with only 5 laps to go? Switching to Indrek for the battle for 7th position. back to the race leader, the 50, the yellow Ferrari, driven by Oz, who's now in a comfortable 4.5-second lead over Gas. And although comfortable, just one move and you're back in second or maybe third position. And Six just disconnected. So now there are 10 drivers left. So we lost Killer Ramsey and we lost Six for the second time. He had a lag problem. And Jamie disconnected as well. So now we lost 2 drivers in 2-3 laps. So only 9 drivers remaining. With 2 laps to go, 3. And Indrek is still right behind Matt, is defending his position, not giving up that 7th place. Meanwhile, Ben is still 3 seconds behind Liam, so staying out, saving the tires. Well, it was a good plan, just didn't work out. Probably because we're not on hyper softs. I'm curious how you all think about the whole hyper soft tire thing in Formula One. Is it a good thing with the new compounds, more compounds, or would you like to see the same or maybe even less compounds in Formula One? Adam lost a lot of time there. He was right behind Benji, but there's now over 10 seconds between those two, almost 15 even. And he has a problem because there's Liam right behind him. Let's see how Liam is seeing this while he's chasing down Adam. Will those final 2 laps be enough? One and a half lap to go. He is close to Adam, but not yet close enough. If Adam can keep it on the track, Liam won't probably catch him, even though he just set a personal best sector there. And it's close, but he has to be careful and look in his mirrors because Ben is still right behind him. And Oz is halfway through his final lap on his way to winning the feature race after 25 laps. And he's still in a 4-second lead over Gaz. Last time this race through the long left-hander. Second to last turn. And here he goes through the final corner for his victory of the feature race. And there we have it. We have a winner. Oz wins the feature race after 25 laps at night. Gaz just came in second. Benji in third place, finally flashing his ninja lights. Followed by Adam, Liam, and Ben close behind. Here's Liam. Here's Mr. Milden in 6th place. And oh, and that was a hit, and both drivers spin out. That was a pretty heavy hit in the last corner. So no battle is won there. Matt in 7th, Indrek in 8th, and here we have, going through the final corner, Jeremy in the Ferrari, also across the finish line. And that concludes our feature race, round 8 of the Thursday Night GT Championship. And stay tuned to this channel. We will take a small break, and then we'll be back for the sprint race, round 9, also here at the Dubai Autodrome International, with a sort of reverse grid. Oz, Gaz, Benji, and Adam and Liam are not able to qualify for the sprint race. So qualifying will be Ben, Matt, Indrek, Jeremy, and if Seeks and Jamie reconnect and Ramsey, they will be able to qualify as well. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you hopefully for round 9, the sprint race, in about 10 minutes.